He is easily the most handsome 78-year-old man you can find around. He's an artist, a publisher, Igbo cultural ambassador, an emo icon, a statesman, a smooth talker, and a very warm-hearted fellow. Right there in the village of Umocham, Emekuku in Owerri, Imo State, is the magnificent art gallery worth millions of dollars. The artwork therein are product and accomplishment of one man, Paddy Obinna. That Paddy, as he is fondly called, is an ardent preacher of the PADDISM message, which is fast catching the hearts of men and women and even children in Imo State, Nigeria, and beyond. We sat down with this wonderful man just ahead of the opening of his gallery, and he had so many beautiful things to tell us, and I'm sure you would learn from all of that. Listen to him.
My name is Paddy Obinna. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I write poetry. I write literature. I write on social. I do a lot of social commentary. I publish. I used to own magazine, and also I published the Nigerian Strides newspaper. And in addition, I am the special advisor to the governor of Imo State on art and culture. Well, I think I was born an artist. So I was motivated by the environment I grew in, because my mother was a fashion expert. She was very skilled and was training people in what they call then domestic science. My father was a headmaster. And in addition to being a headmaster, he was also a choir master for the church. And he played the organ. And my mother also played the organ. So I'm born into the world of artistry. But the artistry can now see the combination. While I'm also talking the skill of the hand, I'm talking about the skill of the mouth. I'm talking about the skill of the eyes, the skill of seeing, the skill of appreciating my environment, and the way of life of the people, which they call culture. Well, I feel excited. I feel fulfilled in the sense that this gallery is already in the tourist calendar of Imo State. 13th of March every year has now been declared the Paddy Obinna Gallery Open Day. So, and I'm now doing this. This opening is in conjunction with the Ministry of Creative Arts, Culture, and Tourism. And we're expecting His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, to be here for the opening ceremony of this gallery. Now, so the state has not done too well, and I'm encouraging it now that I'm advisor to the Governor on Art and Culture. And we're trying to ensure that pretty soon the state will have an art gallery and a museum, because there are collections already, which I am aware of, from 1977, when we came back from Festac in 77, when I was the artistic coordinator to the Festac. Since then, to the glory of late Guy Osanoka, there are collections of artifacts, of even artists that are now late. There are very monumental works, beautiful works, that will be in the State Gallery. So there is a gallery in the offing, but presently it doesn't exist. I come from a family where my father is called Mr. Toro. He even flogged me for coming late to school. And I am so conscious of time. If I give you an appointment by 5 and I'm 5 minutes late, I feel guilty. Because if my father Now we have a culture of negative operating on the line of negative cultures. We say we have culture, but we are doing the opposite of culture. Discipline versus indiscipline. There's so much indiscipline now in our culture. There is so much hatred instead of love. That is the opposite of culture. So, my being meticulous, each day I take my bath, I have a small scare at my back. And I touch it, I remember my father, who flogged me as a little, not just by flogging, they had to carry me up. And I was being sworn at, and he gave me real flogging for coming late. After waking us up at 5 a.m., do our morning prayers and said, do your morning chores. It is not these days where there is no culture of young people doing any chores at all. Their parents now do the chore. They don't do anything. They have no water to fetch, no sweeping to do. All they do is get up. Mommy gives them food, drops them into the car, takes them to school, brings them back. Hey, brother, this is a problem.
Okay.
So I am meticulous because I come from a father whose name continues to ring him in my head as Mr. Toro. It has been it's a regrettable journey from the home to the society because we are still suffering from mental slavery. We are still in enslavement. We have been colonized. We have been converted. We have been coveted by those who came to see, even to tell us that we had no bread, to tell us that we had no God, that their own God is a good God, that we had no religion, we didn't worship God. And then they gave our own God, who we call in different names and different climes. It is like the too many churches you have now. If you have 5,000 churches in the world, you have 5,000 names of Saint this, Saint this. And yet, some of them, sometimes they say that we should pray through those saints to God. And they came here and said that our gods are lesser gods, small g. And their own is the big God. Yet they have now taken the same God and given too many names. Apart from too many names. Then are those not the same thing? Are they not little gods of the big churches who came here to colonize us? To colonize us. And said we were nobody and gave us names and removed the ones even our fathers gave to us. We don't know whether they were names of cats and dogs, and it's just a matter of identification. So for them to identify us, they gave us their names. They gave us the names of those they call saints. And back here, our people are saintless. Years even before they came. So this is the situation. And we have bought this enslavement mentality, hook, line, and sinker. And we are living with it and handing them over to our children. That is the problem. They didn't have a name in America before we came. We gave that country a name. And what is the name? Ama na Erika. Ama na Erika means there are too many. Oh, you come from here. You come from Owerri. You come from Newi. You come from... It's an exclamation. Ama na Erika, which is Ama na Erika. They anglicize it to Ama Erika. Ama Erika is, we are plenty. You are here. I'm here. I'm here. They were answering Newfoundland. America was Newfoundland until we came. Now, and because we are plenty, we have expanded through space. Anywhere you go, and there's no black man, come back. Even in North Pole, I'm sure you'll find us there, exploring. God, we're a special breed. I accept I'm a special breed. And because I'm a special breed of Nigeria and Africa, I am making people begin to realize that we had a God before they came with their way of worshiping God.
As we continue to celebrate art and rejoice with the man in the center of it all, we can only hope that these efforts are encouraged to preserve art and culture and to ensure that the man, Paddy Obinna, is deeply appreciated for his positive contributions to humanity.